Good evening. It's Ruth Marquise. You're very welcome. It's Ruth Marquise. You're very welcome. I'm a singer, so you know my note is gotta fix that note, okay? All right. Welcome to Ruth in the Bag. Yeah. Welcome to the Money Show. How is your money doing this week? How's your money doing this week? Okay, so welcome to our show, Ruth in the Bag. Today's topic is scared money doesn't make money, aka scared money don't make money. All right, speaking two languages here. Keep up, keep up. All right, the most important language on this show is your financial literacy. That is what's important. I have been in report card conferences today, so I might sound a little more educated than normal, but best believe I got the big hoops and I'm still your homegirl. Okay. All right. So today, I was having a conversation with my broker. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do one thing. I'll do it on the spot with you guys. How about that? Yeah, I'm a good sport. I'm a good sport. Um, so I was having a conversation with my broker, and he was, kind of asking me. It's a thing that we do with real estate. It's like, how's your business going, right? And I can honestly say my business is going great. Um, Depending on who you talk to, they have negative news, or they don't have enough clients, or whatever is going on. But a lot of times you see people's success because they're riding the wave of the market, is what they say. But now's the time to see, like, who's really, who is, like, if you're a listing agent, um, like, what are your strengths when it comes to, like, what's your weak side? Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like for buyers agents, I feel like it's our time. I feel like it's my time, right? So Ruth in Real Estate, Market Update. That was yesterday's show. So go ahead and check us out. That Ruth in Real Estate goes on Ruth Marquise Group YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to that. And Ruth in the Bag goes on that channel as well. Now Ruth in Relationships, which is on Thursday, that goes on the Ruth Marquise channel. So if you want to find me on social media, it's either Ruth Marquise or Ruth Marquise Group. Okay, more business stuff on Ruth Marquise Group, and the relationship personal stuff on Ruth Marquise. Okay, so with that being said, we were having this conversation about, how basically people are fearful to buy now. I'm like, I got buyers, I'm just kind of getting them, kind of push them along. I haven't had to push along buyers in a minute. And it's not about real estate, but it just shows you how money works. The only thing that is stopping, well, besides the interest rate, besides the conditions, besides all the fear, besides the technical, because it doesn't affect everybody the same way. Does it affect everybody? Sure, but it doesn't affect everybody the same way. It doesn't mean like, oh, you can't get a house anymore because the interest rate went up. They just, and if you go to Ruth and Real Estate show yesterday, we did a full breakdown of how much it costs to rent versus buy. So make sure you check that episode out. It was fantastic, amazing. We went through properties on the MLS. Y'all are having a lot of fun. I loved it. It was great. We could do it again. But what I'm saying is, because buyers are more fearful now, y'all were just paying 100,000, 30,000 over asking. Y'all were acting like the stock market a little bit, paying more when everybody was into it, and now you don't want to even pay the regular price when everybody's like, "Oh no, stay away, stay away." You cannot listen to the news. What? We don't listen to the news. Cannot listen to fear mongers. We cannot. So when I say what crash, right? It's just me being positive. It ain't here. Why are we talking about this, right? Why are we hoping that, hoping and wishing and praying that the market crashes, people lose their homes, and that's the only way to get it? Work what you got, right? Like Mary J. Blige said, work what you got, right? So it's important to know that we're only moving by people's mindset right now. You see, all the rich people are pulling out their wallets because Millionaires are born in recession. Money is made in recessions. We know this. Buy, right? Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high, right? So now when nobody wants to touch real estate, it's a good time to touch it. You can't look at the numbers. Don't worry about the numbers because the numbers are gonna keep going up. But now's the time to buy because people don't the sellers are not being so cocky anymore. They're like, come on. They're calling me like whatever you want. Like this is, they wouldn't even answer our calls before, right? And I'm on both sides, but majority buyers because it's where my people are. Like that's where they are. That's why I did, right? But they wouldn't even answer our calls before, and now it's like they're calling us to say like, "Hey, bring somebody, bring them, whatever you bring in." I'm like, "Yo, she trying to offer something low," and they're like, "I don't care, bring it, please," right? And it's a really good place to be. Now you can save money. Yes, the prices look so scary. The invest, I get it. The interest rate, all those things. Yes, but you were overpaying before and ready to buy, and now you're not. Now you have the opportunity to. Now you can say yes. I was explaining to on yesterday how yes, you can rent a house and it may be cheaper in some scenarios because we were looking at the problem is we keep comparing apples to oranges. We're comparing the best properties with just regular rentals because y'all not trying to look at the regular regular properties. It's like need to be updated, right? And so it seems more expensive to buy sometimes in certain scenarios. Like I'll buy it, but then you run those numbers just like, ma'am, bring it down, right? So it just seems like um, a very unsure time, but you got to trust your experts. That's for sure. You can't be leading and you're not knowing where you're going. You got to be able to find somebody you can trust in real estate and go with them. I was talking to um, a this guy. I knew his brother was a realtor, and all the brothers they try their best. they they know they try their best to shoot their shot, right? And then it's like, right. First of all, no. And second of all, your brother's a realtor, so don't even try to come the real estate route. Try to be my friend, right? So he was like, yeah, but my brother said I shouldn't buy this and that, all that fear stuff. And I'm like, bro, if let's say I'm wrong and you don't buy, you're gonna be sitting on the sidelines wishing that you would buy. How is that gonna devastate your financial blueprint? But if I'm right and you get it now, you would have gained so much more than what you thought you're going to lose. He said, Ruth, I'm going to buy a house. I said, tell your brother he owe me a check in my referral fee, okay? And it's not about selling you. It's just about he logically I made sense. It makes sense to buy when you can buy. Well, all of that, well, I'm gonna wait till this goes up and this goes down when everything's perfect in an industry where you can't control a lot of stuff. Come on, man. You're asking these people for hundreds of thousands of dollars so they can lend you. If you got it like that, you come out cash. But if you need some help, you can't be. What they said, beggars can't be choosers. So you got to be able to work with the conditions that you're given. So imagine, when stocks are low and nobody wants to buy. That's the same thing with real estate. The conditions are best right now to get your offer through. Hey Keisha, how are you? She says, hola. Was it como esta? It's not como, where? Anyway, I was in the Spanish class for my daughter now. Those days behind me. No, I really want to learn Spanish. Hey, Haitian Joey B. So yeah, if you want to invest, now's the time. So you're gonna invest when the price doubles? Está bien. Hey, she's good. Right. You're gonna invest when the time doubles. So it's important that that's just looking at the market, just looking. I started thinking totally different, and I started looking at my own opportunities. I started looking at my own. This is Ruth in the Bag. Everybody who's just joining, we're talking money today. Money. I'm gonna do this at first. Money, right? So yeah, now's the time to buy if you're going to buy, not 3 years from now when the prices get worse or if you're wrong about the crash, you just be right. Just be right. And when it does crash, ask the bank. Ask the bank for the money. See what they say. Right? If the market's not doing great, why would they give you the money? They gonna be like, pull out their long behind list of everything they need. I've seen them do it. I've seen them restrict when it's like, wait a minute, don't you think? Okay. So let's talk about my personal journey. Okay. I did this week. I did have to go and dip in my savings. I did. I ain't gonna lie. Now let me tell you why. Because I stopped all the side hustling because what I do. I was last week. I was like, it was deal, opportunity at the opportunity, and I was like, look, I need to wrap these things up. So I don't have as much time, right? So I was like looking at my thing. I said, I don't really like the zero number in my app. Like, I don't like it, right? But I had to deal with that. I was like, all right, Ruth. So the plan was, all right, you're going to tiptoe in that joint, take just what you need, and then replace it once the checks come through. So that's what happened. But it was a good feeling to have that option. I didn't know I'm not a spender. I'm a bill payer. Let's call me a bill payer. I'm not a spender. Spend on what? Food? Like, you know what I mean? So we've dumbed down our how we eat our food and stuff like that. But I think we dumbed it down too much because I was like, look, I can't take no more processed food. Save me. Save me. We're gonna have to hit the Haitians for food store up, okay? I was like, I can't take no more of this, okay? But I did find a way to save a whole lot of money on food, okay? But it's only temporary. But it is a good feeling. So I know like this is permanent. It's a permanent habit to save money. And if you need it, now you have options. Before I didn't have the option. I had to like today I have to work. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to do that. Now I can take a Sabbath. Now I can do this. I'm just being honest with you. Y'all not being honest. I'm supposed to come on here and say I'm rich. I'm supposed to come on here. No, I never said I was rich. I am rich in heart. And I will be rich with good habits. See, God don't play about me. If I don't learn a habit, I'm going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. But I've seen a lot of progress, right? I've seen a lot of progress in my finances. And I'm like, I haven't been in this place for a couple years. Like I just gotta buy this, gotta buy that, gotta buy that, gotta buy that. And I was like, last time I was doing this, actually Facebook reminded me. I was like, yeah, I have the money to bank. And it's so funny because it was the same exact number. So now I'm like, I'm about to surpass that that goal that I had. So I'm doing good. All right. So it gave me options. But here's the thing that happened when you stop working check to check. I graduated check to check. Hey, I graduated. And I told my kid, I said, man, don't play with me. I spent $6,000 on bills last week. I told my daughter that. It's like, that's what I did. Okay. She's like, Mom. I was like, yes, I did. And I paid everything I was supposed to pay. I did good with that. But also, I made sure that we were okay, that this was paid and that was paid. But the kids had what they had. Because one thing about Proverbs 31, and that's what I love about this journey, because I'm doing multiple journeys right now. I realize life is not just one journey. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, and you gotta get this together, you gotta get that. Don't you have to keep your house clean and go to work and take care of your children and help your clients or your customers? And you gotta do multiple things. Life is not one thing. So you gotta hit it on and look good every day. You gotta hit it on multiple levels. That's a problem with y'all sometimes. Sometimes y'all think, well, I'm paying my bills, I'm taking care of my family, but you fall off in your health and you fall off in your look. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna like when life gets really, really hard, I look the best I ever look like. My car went down. I said, fine, I'll be on the bus, but I'll look good, right? I was looking good. Child, I got me a car so bad because it's like God wants to see if you're gonna let this challenge make you doubt him. Got a car so fast. So yeah, it gave me options. I could take my Sabbath. Those are things that are important to me, like not working on Sunday. I was working Sundays. I'm like, I ain't never been here. So I was able to chill and do that and decide what I was going to do. I felt more in control. So for my people, maybe you are a saver and you're not on that level, still more for you. But I gotta talk to my check to check people that want to spend a lot of money on dumb things, right? Or just things that society thinks is cool. But in reality, financially, when we look at it, you're like, why did I do that? Why did I spend that money? Because I have a whole storage unit of stuff that I spent. And I was like, wow, look at life. You can put everything in storage and be like, wow, these are just material things. This is really trash. Like, I don't want none of this stuff. Like, keep it, right? But yeah, once you get, if you ever get in that situation, you realize how, like, how much you work so hard to get this, work so hard to get that, just for it to deteriorate and be just a material thing. Okay. Um, I had to actually experience, like, how much do I take out when I need, what's too much, what's too little, and I decided no, I'm not going to be comfortable. I'm not going to just take a huge amount out so I could be comfortable and complacent. If I run out, back to the side hustling. That's how I was with myself. I had to be more strict because I don't want it to get down, to zero. So thank God it was enough. I was like, girl, you really did say that. Go ahead, clap for me. I said, you keep going back, girl. I think you did say. Because it's two sides. I always used to say this: ratchet Ruth, right, and rich Ruth. Ratchet Ruth. When Rich Ruth spent all the money, then here come Ratchet Ruth. Gotta scrape and make it happen. I'm talking real stuff. Real estate agents, y'all must know this, because this is the difference between you getting a job and you, um, just sustaining without one. Your savings is the only thing that's going to sustain you when everything's not going well, because you have to know that things are not going to go well. My car had to go to the shop. All these things start happening, boom, 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 but I didn't have to be like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Okay, so yeah. So guess what happened? Guess what happened? So I had to sacrifice my side hustle money and my side hustle goals, and that's okay. And also, I want to tell y'all about the stack of ones I'm gonna. Let me tell you something. I didn't think, right? I didn't think. You watching the evolution of Roots Money, and I could see myself. It's so crazy how I grew in this short amount of time. I could see myself doing this all the time. Okay, look at this. Look at all these monies. Okay, when you swipe your card, you do not feel cash. I know it's one, right? They might think I'm a stripper, but I'm not. But I like it because once I'm paying something and I have a lot of, like, when I am at the Wawa, this is the most effective at the Wawa. And I'm like, coffee, snack, juice. I be want to put stuff back. Cause you spending real hard cash. You laughing at me? Okay, I just want to put stuff back. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Got water in the house. Water in the house. Why you laughing at me? You better get the ones. You better get some fives. If you don't like counting ones, I count all my. I said, I like this. Look, I got my 50, 30, 20, my needs, my wants, my save, right? So now I have like a guideline to what I can do. Like, all right, if I want to, and now I can't spend the whole 50, I can only spend 50, is it 15? Yeah, 15 of it on things that I want. Hey, Nafisa, how are you? If this is too basic for you, teach your kids. Do your kids know how to budget their money? Do the kids know how to manage their money? A lot of us see a lot of money, we touch a lot of money, and it runs from us. It just be like, pew, right? So yeah, so that was a stack of ones. But even though I had to sacrifice my side hustle goal for just a little bit, just a week, guess what happened, y'all? I made 11 times the money. I got to cross my hand, knock on wood, praise the Lord. 11 times the money. This is, I got to move up for this. Here's the in transition from paycheck to paycheck to a person with a savings, which is really not a savings, a emergency fund I was dipping out of, to get, y'all think a goal is, I did the goal, I'm done. We're not touching anything in the past. Oh, we forgetting this life. Hello, life. Hello, welcome to life. You're going to have issues, situations, and circumstances called opportunity costs. Every time I say, I got to go show a house. Every time I say, I got to go help a client, do paperwork, negotiate on the phone, boom, boom, boom. I'm like this all day. Pick up a kid, all that. That's less money that I can do side hustle stuff, right? I can't do work my other income streams. That's what they forget to tell you when they say they got multiple businesses. One thing has to be let go for the other thing. Opportunity cost is you're doing A, but you got to lose B because you're doing A. Does that make sense? That's opportunity cost. They taught me something in college. A. So that might be high school. So the opportunity cost was I got zero in my side hustle money. Remember $100 a day? Y'all remember that? Y'all gotta watch the show. You gotta go back, right? Because I'm building on these foundations. I couldn't do my $100 a day. I was a little pissed off about it. I was like, listen, look at here. I'm mad because I'm taking money out of my check, my other check that I got keep paying the daily bills, keep paying the daily expenses, and mine's are high. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you about daycare. So I did sacrifice my side hustle goal, and I'm like, I'm gonna lose my edge because I was like, yeah, 6 in the morning, 9 to 12 to 2. I was going hard 7 weeks, morning to night. I don't even know what to do with myself at night now. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Do we work out? Like, watch TV, right? Kept the same discipline. Thank you guys for the likes, the comments. Make sure you share the video. Kept the same discipline, kept the same energy, brought that on over to real estate war. Yeah. Yeah. Because let me tell you something about real estate agents and insurance people, small, but sometimes we get a little, I don't want to say lazy, I want to say complacent, right? We just, we don't put that full 40, 80, you know, foot in there, right? Because we don't want to get on the phone, cold call. So I was like, nah, keep at it, keep going, just like that, right? Get y'all mind together. So I started applying it to real estate. How you do anything is how you do everything. So y'all think, oh, I'm too good for a side hustle. I'm too good for this, and I ain't gonna hold you. I was looking nice. I was like, I am not. I was like looking too nice to do side hustle, and I was like, I don't care. We'll do it anyway, right? I was like, that's the mindset. I said, if I have to go change my clothes, I will go do that because I'm gonna hit my goals. But it felt good to not have to do it. So when you start winning in the little things, you start winning the big things. It starts to translate. It starts to translate. Okay? Like I said, I am generated 11 times the income. We're talking about thousands just in that week. So this week is a new week, right? We can do another 1,000. We can do another 1,000. If I did that, I would sit at 30. Shut up, man. $30,000 to $40,000 is my earning potential just on one part. But we don't want to do a side hustle to learn the lessons. Oh, be quiet, Ruth. Don't tell these people nothing. 11 times the money. That was just a deal or two. Or all right. So I noticed I became more focused and disciplined, right? And just the way I got things done. The details, I worked out the details. Like last night, I had to make sure because what happens is it's all good and dandy when everybody wants to do what they got to do. But if there's a technical issue, if I have to go back and do something, like I made sure everything was done before I went home. Anybody have any questions, any comments? Feel free. Feel free. Two-way conversation. How you do anything is how you do everything. Imagine. Imagine I didn't skip days. Today was a very challenging day. I had to, my son's not going to daycare. No, he's not going to daycare today. I had to pick them kids up at 12 o'clock. Go to daycare for what? The boy wake up at 10. I'm taking him to daycare till 12. He could have been with with the family, and now I'm paying $40. That's out the window. And I was like, when I looked at the sheet, I was like, I'm paying $800 a month for daycare. Can't change the car amount. Can't change the housing amount, but I can change the daycare amount. I was like, I'm gonna pay him half. Look at me, my boss stance. I'm gonna pay him half. Sorry, daycare. Pay him half. Boy's chilling. He's 3+ now. Chilling. I'll be doing ABCs and writing letters. I'm like, I ain't teaching much anyway. Like shout out to my nigga. But I get to do the mothering thing. The boy pulls his little his little pillow next to me. He want to sit right next to his mom. Look at that. Multiple benefits. Okay? Because if I'm side hustling, I can't do that. Running around and we can't do that. But now we working other things. All right. So I have a don't go home until it's done mentality now. Unstoppable. Okay. And then let me tell you about these kids. So we had a hair emergency on Monday. Look, a hair emergency on Monday. I was not done my braids. Sisters, y'all know them. Anybody ever not been done their braids? Talk to me. How do you feel? I was not done my braids, and we wanted to go to church. I was like, today, finally, I'm going to not go. I'm just not going to go, Lord. I don't want to do it. You know, these kids had a nerve to say, Mom, we got brand new outfits. She said, Mom, I'm going to look so good today. We got to go. She said, and we all matching. We look good. They were all dressed and ready to go, right? Because of my financial discipline, right? I had to fix it together and we still look good. I had to go. But now they're excited to go to church, right? To get that word. This was like a multiple type of benefit, all right? So my kids have reaped, right? They're going to reap the blessings. All right. So now let me review this for y'all. Now, money now. I'm going to give you guys a very important tool when it comes to multiple streams of income. I believe in at least 4 streams of income. Now, money now. Next, money next. Soon, money soon. Last, money last. Now, money now. Next, money next. Soon, money soon. Last, money last. You can write it down. Write it down. I wrote it down when it was given to me. I added some. Now, money now is I can walk out here right now and go make some money if I'm short. And go make it. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'll be back. Right? It's a busy spider. Right? That's now money now. Next money next could be your paycheck. Because you know what's coming next. Soon money soon can be something that's coming in 30 to 60 days, quarterly. Soon money soon, for me, is real estate. Because even if I can't predict what month is coming in, I'm like, oh, I know this is going to be coming in this quarter. I never understood quarterly reports. Now I do. I'm like, no matter what I do, lazy, working, I don't call myself lazy. I'm always working, but it's right? I know quarterly something's about to pop off. So soon, money soon. And if you work hard enough, you can build that up. And last money last is your big project. I don't know if you're going to flip a house. I don't know if it's you wholesaling. I don't know if it's you starting a business or going out and having this big, this big money. The biggest check you can think of is last money last. It might not even take a year. It might take 2 years, 3 years, but something you're working on. Because what happens is even if you're making thousands of dollars in a check, you always want the check to be bigger, right? Anybody want their check to be bigger? So since you want your check to be bigger, you start working on some things. You might want to go back to school for some things. That's your last money last. That's the pot of gold at the end, right? You want to go into commercial real estate. Something big that's brewing. I like last money last. Last money last is sexy, but I had to tell my daughter, you make no money up until the day you make money with last money last. You make no money up until the day you make money with last money last. Nafisa says, right. Yeah. Absolutely. So you gotta learn how to work for free. That's what I learned. It's hourly. That's what side hustling will, unfortunately, it will wake you up in a good way to say, look, all these hours and you just miss money. Turn the app on. Whatever app you're doing, I don't care if it's Uber, Lyft, it's a car, whatever you're doing. Okay. If you're not doing it and you're complaining about money, stop it. Go do what you gotta do. Okay? Because what's happening now, they're telling people they can't get in. Everybody's trying to side hustle, right? 30% of people are doing this. He's going to get the 50% because what is happening in the economy, right? Prices are going up. So more people are going to side hustle, and the people that want to chill, I don't care how much money you got in the bank. If you ain't doing nothing from this 4 to 6, you don't got nothing going on. Go ahead and do you one or two, because that money adds up. Don't touch it. That could be a vacation. Don't touch it. That could be a down payment. Don't touch it. That's the key. Don't touch that money, because real quick, it can make $40 to $100. It can make $20. All them tens add up. I had to learn the hard way. I was too prideful when, and for those who follow, I was prideful a little bit when she said rollover money. I know that's right. When I was prideful when can you imagine you got a job that you're on your nerves and you over here working your side hustle, letting it build up, letting it deposit in the account, and one day they're like, oh yeah, we don't like you anymore. And you're like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. I got money in the bank. You ain't got no money in the bank. Right? She said, well, I'll be oh, I'm sorry, love. So you just just lost your job. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sorry, love. But you'll be fine. That's just you'll be fine. Get your real estate going, get your stuff going right now, man. This is what it is. This is reality. This is life. Life is not going to be, I'm reading in the Bible and it says it's going to rain on the just and unjust. Bad things are going to happen. I was like, God, hold up. I'm your child. I'm your baby. I'm your daughter. Why did this crazy thing happen to me? Then I had to remember that bad things are going to happen to me too. Not because I serve him will I not have anything bad happen, but one thing's for sure, two things for certain. He's going to carry you through the whole thing. Yes, he will. When things get ugly and dark, I'm like, I'm your daughter. What's up? And he always comes through with something. But you got to be patient. You got to be patient with God. You got to be like, you be like, I ain't worried. I ain't worried. You do what you got to do, but I ain't worried. And then boom, start coming through. Start seeing things line up. So just keep getting up every single day. From the time you wake up 6 in the morning to 12 p.m. 12 to 12 a.m. What else you got better to do than to fix your finances, your life, get to work? When our kids are straight, that's when we can chill. I don't know, 9 to 5. Let's just chill from 5 to 12. Whoever made that up, come on. Rich people work harder than the poor people. They're working nonstop, but they got money. You ever wonder why they do that? Because they never want to be in that position of being poor again if they came up poor. So why do we got time to chill? I'm chill. I told my friend, listen, you my entertainment. You are my entertainment. If you are my friend, like this is my entertainment because I got to go back to work, right? If my kids are straight, we working. All right, I'm gonna go on. I ain't gonna stay on that too long. All right, now money now. That's that everyday money, but you gotta be smart. You cannot let everyday money get in the way of the big money. That's the key, guys. That's the biggest lesson. I literally walked through this. Had to let go. I got to a point where got the momentum going. Because the side hustle, don't play yourself. You're gonna have to learn the side hustle. It is not something that's like, oh, that seems easy. When you go into your first side hustle and you looking like at the store, you're like, this is hard. This is hard. It's harder than my regular job. But after a while, it becomes easy. It becomes another skill. You use that skill. There's a whole bunch of immigrants coming to the country. They do nothing. They not nothing. They do the smallest, dirtiest jobs, and then they stack their money. That's all you're there for, to stack money. Stop looking at how much you make per hour. If you do that, you're gonna cry. It's not about per hour. It's about your ability to generate. When somebody tells you no, I'm not giving you no more money. It's how long does it take to get to $100? All right, let me do that again and again and again. All right, I'm off it. All right, so that is let's look at our grades this week. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to grade myself on the spot because this week I did good. I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you. This was good. This was a good week. I had awesome shows. They were so good. Like when you as a presenter love it, good, good. All right, let me do this in front of y'all. She said, always keep a side hustle on the only the strong survive. Yes, only the strong survive. Yes, yeah. And there's no limit. There's no limit. Like nobody can tell you that X, Y, and Z. Like you just got to build yourself up. And these jobs, like I just really try to grade myself based off of how much I can provide for myself, not what other people are giving me a shot to do. Somebody said they wanted to give me something today, right? And they was like, yeah, I mean, be real, okay? It was like, you want this? And I was like, yeah. Okay, when I get to like in a little bit, I'll be able to cut you a piece. I said, no, I gotta go. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not. Thank you, but I'm not waiting. I'm good. I can take care of myself. And I was out. By the time the person was done and fully satisfied with what they were doing and ate the thing on thing, I was like, I didn't really need it. I just felt like saying yes. I'm good. Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense to you because everybody wants something because it's free, but free comes with strings attached. You want all these things that we get, these benefits that we get. They cost us our time. They cost us our life. I'm gonna move on. So nah, I'm good. I think I can take her myself. It's like passing on a date where you're not interested at all. But I don't want to turn down a free meal. Free meal, I pay for myself every day. I'm good. Anyway, let's look at the grades. Let's look at our progression. All right, so week 1 we had that D plus. Earnings was okay. Week 2 it went up. C minus. Week 3 it went up. C plus. Week 4 I killed it last week. A minus. A minus. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we got today. All right, we're gonna close it. So let me do it in front of y'all today. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you the breakdown. And I learned that you're supposed to have a secret account you tell nobody about. Child, when I make it, and I am making it. Hold on. I'm sorry. I have 4 children. That's my answer. I have 4 children. I can't help. Sorry. I'm gonna put some money to the side. I'm gonna help people, but don't come with me. All right, guys. Earnings. Here we go. Y'all can see this. All right. This is this week. Earnings. I will only do like it should be an A++ because I really set myself up very well. We closed out on our first commercial deal. Woo! But I'm still giving myself an A- because I did no side hustle until yesterday. So I'm a little harsh on myself. All right, spending. What's so hard about spending is if you haven't been tracking it, you don't really know how you've been doing. But I would give myself a solid B because I haven't really done much tracking. I would give myself a C for tracking because I didn't write it down this week. Oh, okay, I know where I'm going to put it. I still have to track my money, but I didn't really, because I didn't have, I didn't work as much. It was not like a spending kind of week, but I did watch what I spend, but I didn't really track it as much. I mean, dang. So I'm gonna give myself a B- on spending, just as a wild guess. As far as investing, I don't think I did anything investing wise. I mean, I bought. No, that was last week. All right, I'm gonna give myself a D for investing. Saving. I went from an A. What is the opposite of an A? I'm gonna give myself an F. You took the money out, Ruth. You took that money, and you are going to pay. Look at this. Okay, so I went from an A. It's okay. I'm gonna make up for it next week. Saving. Wait. Because my thing is, I replaced it. Okay, I'll get the good grade next week. That's fine. I don't really know if this was up or down. Dang it. So A plus to A minus. Oh well, everything went down. So these four went down. Let me get it down. Arrow. Copy. I mean, yeah, you got to watch me do this, but if you did this for yourself, correct? Like, it takes this amount of time. It's still beneficial for you to watch because you can do this for yourself and see like, what are my grades? I'm gonna do this for myself. I'm gonna grade myself. Tracking, it went down. So now I'm on a high alert. Had a good week last week. Got complacent a little bit. I'm on high alert. Look, some things went down. Yo, I really don't think I should have A minus for earning. Dang, I'm sorry. I don't want this feeling. So because I'm grading myself, I'm not gonna have this feeling next week because I'm gonna actually pay more attention. That's how this works. Look at this. The whole week is there. This hurts, y'all. This hurts. Woo, woo. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see what my financial GPA for the week is. What was your grade? How did you do? It's embarrassing. I would give if I have A, B, C, D, F, that's literally a C. Right? That's a C. And not even a nice C. I'm gonna give myself a C minus. But I made a lot of money though. It's on paper. It's on paper, Ruth. Okay, I give you a C plus. All right, you got a C. You focus on the earning, but you didn't do the management part like you were supposed to. But when I say I wasn't, I was okay. All right, that's it, guys. I'm sad. This is how it works. How can you be like good at one thing? You good at excellent at one thing, and then everything else fails, and you want to still give yourself a pat on the back? Absolutely not. No. All right. So one more thing I got for you guys. I'm gonna let you go.
Let's begin now, shall we? Philosopher.
Remember the title today is "Scared Money Don't Make Money."
An Irish statesman, Edmund Burke, once said, "If we command our wealth, we shall be rich and free. If our wealth commands us, we are poor indeed." And this rings true in our world of today, where money is believed to be the yardstick of success. For whatever our goals and reasons may be, we often
I'm sorry, I didn't give you the title of this. It's the hidden secrets of money.
Find ourselves stuck in a
14 laws of money. We're not going to go through all
earning and spending, wants and needs. So as we're stuck chasing riches, we would wonder, what are the hidden secrets of money? How do you get rich? Well, in today's episode, we will answer just that in what we've prepared as 14 rules that money abides by. 1. Money is earned through crisis. Wall Street legend and Forbes top billionaire.
All right, y'all hear this? We started this in times of crisis. You think this is not important? Y'all roof is so small. I went from nothing to something to about to double the account because the principles are important. I'm following the principles. Even I don't care if you have $5, you can follow the principles 50, 30, 20. Make sure you're saving. If you're a tither, make sure you tithe 50, 30, 20. Track your expenses. Cut down your expenses. Once I cut down all of like that, all that daycare, I'm gonna put that in my savings account. That's called cutting your expenses. It's called looking at your reports and seeing where you are, where you stand. Right? And then the next check will be spent even more wisely. And then the next check will be spent. And then every day we're making money and every day we're moving forward. All right. But in a crisis, which is now, you're going to need your reserves to start making moves. So now I am forced to start thinking of the moves I'm going to make because I'm going to have it now. I have to come from a have-not. I have to come from a have-not mentality to a have. I'm going to have it. So what am I going to do with it? You're watching the transformation. Here, this is a little butterfly. My little butterfly. You see my little butterfly, right? Transforming my financial situation. Because making money is not a thing. It's keeping the money, saving the money. That's what differentiates you from your coworker. That's why they can go on those nice trips and you can't, because you're not saving. And most people are not saving. Why? Because The media is telling you to spend, buy. This is cute, that is cute, this and that. You can't just have a regular bag. You got to have a Birkin bag. You can't just have a regular trip. You got to go outside the country. You're gonna let them tell you what to do. All right, I'm moving on. But in a crisis, start investing money. That's all I have to say. Okay.
Warren Buffett once said that the secret to getting rich on Wall Street is to try to be greedy when others are fearful, and to try being fearful when others are greedy. This advice not just applies to investing, because it is during crises that keen people spot opportunities and earn big. Why? Because some needs become magnified, creating demand, while things become cheaper then. When everything is shut down, real estate is performing its poorest, and the stocks have...
Real estate is becoming cheaper by the day, right? Right now it's becoming cheaper because there's not a multiple bidding war. It's becoming cheaper, but relatively cheaper. You keep looking at what it was 5 years ago. It may never go back there. I know it's not going to go back there. So now it's cheaper compared to the future. Real estate is cheaper right now compared to the future. Real estate is cheaper right now compared to the future. Stocks are cheaper right now compared to the future. Those stocks that are not performing as well, or everybody is afraid to buy them, right? From my understanding, and I'm going to have a basic understanding, they're going to go back up. And if you didn't invest, like they've been telling us the whole time, millionaires are made in recessions. That's why they can't wait for a recession, so they can go make some more money. The rich is straight. It's the poor that become, let's say the poor become poorer and the rich become richer. Right now is what determines the winners and the losers. And you can't, I was reading something and she said, the very first thing you have to do is save. You have to be a saver. If you don't have a saving mentality, then how are you going to be a landlord when you don't have any money saved? What are you going to do in those, like if you don't have that skill, if you don't have that talent, if you cannot make that happen, then you're not disciplined enough to make moves. If you have, let's say you have a business and your business is going great, but you don't know how to save, you spend everything in the account. What's going to happen when a downturn comes and you have people to pay? Because you don't know how to save, you don't know how to hold on to money. It runs away from you. Nafisa says needs and wants, hustle and save. Yes. Yes. We gotta go, because you have to remember who taught you how to spend money. Your parents. So if they were not born rich, then they gave you the opposite of what it means to be rich. So now you got to do the opposite of that. You got to learn what real principles are, so that way you can hold on to money and invest money. Maybe your parents were savers, but they did not know how to invest their money. You can invest your money. There was a guy who was talking about how young boys should just stay at home. Stop trying to get a place so you can get the girls and all that. Stay at home. And he was saying by the age of 25, and $1,500 a month is what you were going to pay. $1,500 times 12 months, it was maybe $18,000 a year. You take that 18,000 and every year you invested in the mutual funds and all of that. And he's like, you're going to be set by 25. You're going to be set by 25. You don't have to, like, you're retired. Saving that money, you're shelling out $1,800 or $1,500 every single month. Mind you, that's not the other bills. Stay at home to save your money. Take a step back to move forward. Ruth had to take out of the account so that she could go ahead and make those deals happen that she needed to make happen, which in turn will help me make other bigger deals happen.
How exactly do people make money? It is during this time when the wealthy buy assets, restructure loans, and build liquidity. If, for example, someone bargains to buy a property valued at $1 million during a normal economic situation for $750,000, the seller might just agree.
The point is, the money is in the buy. For all those people that spent money on trying to purchase, like, those Carlton sheets and those real estate classes and all that, I learned that you make money in the buy. When you buy the property, that's when you make the money. So you make it now when you know that property is going up in value, you can tell where it's going up, and you buy it now, like you're saying, you buying $1 million of property, $1 million property for 750. No, you're not gonna buy the $300,000 property for 750. You're gonna buy the $1 million property. It's worth more. That's not overpaying when it's worth more than what you paid. And then when things turn around, now you have $250,000 plus whatever rental income if you're renting it out.
Why? Because no one is willing to buy property during crises.
Period.
The demand is low. Therefore, the buyer has more bargaining power.
That's why I said now's a good time to buy. I ain't say it. Mr. Hidden Secrets and Money said it.
If the same buyer holds the property for about 2 years, he is sure to make profits from capital gains.
That's like when people started Bitcoin and the people that joined in at the tail end want to make the same amount. Oh my gosh, that man made $1 million times his money. But you had to buy it when it was nothing. You had to buy it when it was not much. Now, if you bought it, you'll get a smaller, compared to that person, you'll get a smaller return, but you'll get a return. But you know it's going to be good. Before, when you didn't know, right now everybody acting like they got amnesia, like real estate ain't good. Okay, do that. That's fine.
Economy resumes to normalcy. The same applies to the stock markets. During crises, stock prices stumble, but this won't last forever. Most people panic and start selling as the prices go down to avoid losing anything. But the wealthy who understand the rules of money will be busy buying. Yep. Economic strife doesn't last forever, and they happen to create the best opportunity.
Now, we are the people of the struggle, okay? We know that tough times don't last, tough people do. You know it's going, if you're optimistic and you're realistic, every single fight you've ever been in has subsided. It ended. So the crisis that is happening right now will end. But what will you be holding? What will you? Because see, the thing about it is, if this happened the last 2 years, right? You got 2 years. You got 2 years to get yourself together. You can't be like, well, I should have been ready. Don't do that. Don't discount yourself. You can start today and start amassing and start buying things and start getting into stocks and start getting into real estate. You can start today. And for the next 2 years, all you do. Now that the hype died down, right? Like people don't want to post their fly Instagram post no more. It's not relevant anymore. Okay. Now that all that's died down, you don't got to show off as much. Go ahead and start to invest in whatever you are interested in.
To increase your net worth. So save up some money and invest wisely when the next one hits. 2. Money is a game of exchange. Money is made through an exchange. Some people earn money, while others make money. Doesn't sound like there's much
earning money and making money. When you earn money, you're looking at the clock. When you make money, when you look at the amount of hours that you spent on it, you realize, oh, I profited because I didn't spend that much time, but I made more than if I was on a clock.
To a difference. But
that's why they say profits are better than wages. Jim Rohn.
There is. You earn money when you trade your time and energy for money. In other words, you work for an hour, you get paid for an hour. Making money is when you use your own time and energy and a bit of creativity once and get paid over and over and over again. For example, when you make a new product and get paid every time it sells. Nonetheless, for you to earn some income, it has to come from one source into yours. For a business to make sales, the money has to come from the buyer's pocket and into the business's account. So in short, there has to be some form of benefit that will bring about the exchange. So for you to attract money into your account, you have no choice but to create some form of value for the exchange to happen. 3. Money attracts.
So you have to create value. You have to create value. You have to be like, okay, what can I do to help somebody out? What can I do to solve a problem? That's it. That's all we do, solve problems. How can you solve that problem at a high level and you create money? I don't care if it's walking a dog. People that make 6 figures walking dogs for rich people.
Tracks money. This could be one of the greatest rules of money in this century. Ever wondered why the rich only have rich friends? It's not because they don't want to hang out with poor people. but because their financial status only attracts those within the same bracket. Most people often say the rich are proud and disassociate with the poor, but in real sense, the two categories have very little in common. With that in mind, if you want to...
It's like when you're complaining about your, oh my gosh, my business is going crazy, da, 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 and then you're talking to somebody and they're like, they don't have the same scenario, you don't relate to them as much. They can't understand why you're working extra or what you're stressed about or why would you let that bother you? You know, leave that, that's not your job. It's not a job. When it's your business, you take it to heart, right? So it's not, you're just not relatable.
To be healthy, you have to befriend the wealthy. By having wealthy friends, you will slowly learn their ways, adopt their habits, and become one of them.
Have you ever been around people where you don't learn anything from them? You don't have a desire to be around them, but if they're getting it, if they're excellent. Let's say I'm a singer, but everybody sings worse than me. I'm not gonna want to be around you. If you play a game with a guy like and you're not good at it, they can lose interest real fast. But somebody comes at a high level and start playing with them, they go hard, right? So that's the same thing. Like you want people that can teach you something.
These people know how to make money, have lifestyles that increase their finances, and are always surrounded by opportunities. Or, money is easy to get and harder to maintain.
That's right.
Many people make money easily, but are not able to maintain it. To put this clearly, let me explain about the big check syndrome. Say a real estate agent sells a $6 million home and earns $200,000 in a month. For the next few months, he starts living as though he earns that much every month. But
first of all, this happened to me when I was new. I was like, this is not it. Bet it wasn't those amounts, not at all. But I was like, it's more money than I see. Let's go. Child, everything dried up.
In reality, he only makes about $17,000 monthly. This money obtained up front deludes the agent into focusing on the whole amount and splurging it. Most people get overexcited when suddenly a few zeros appear in their bank account. Instead of investing the amount wisely to double it, they spend it, changing their lifestyle, not realizing the increment is temporary. Money stays where it is nurtured and taken care of, making it easier to earn, but harder to maintain. According to Forbes' list, every year, 80% of new millionaires lose their status.
That's crazy.
Now, isn't that some food for thought?
80%.
5. Money loves secrecy. Money works best when secrecy is involved. Make sure you always have a secret account. The rule is to always have a secret account that nobody knows about except yourself. Never disclose everything about your finances. Always leave some amount of secrecy. Why is this so important? When people are aware of your financial status, they often take advantage. That is just human nature. I'm not saying you shouldn't help when your close relatives or friends are in need, but they will always ask for money from you. And when you refuse to help and they know you have it, this may cause some strife within your relationships. But when you...
And you wonder why the rich stick around the rich and the poor stick around the poor. Because they don't want to be asked all the time. We have to be self-sufficient. And you got to understand that.
Some people don't. Keep a secret account, it can be your lifesaver in case of emergencies. Yeah. Anything could happen at any time, and you may need some cash. At one time, your business may run the risk of bankruptcy, and you may still have to pay employees, or there might be a crisis that may demand spending of unanticipated funds. 6. Money.
That's it for now. That's it for now. So, to sum it up, what did we learn today? All right. We learned, it's really a process. It's a process to get where you want to go. It's not going to be a straight line. You're going to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But you will get where you got to go if you start making it happen. Like I said, a couple shows back, I had to start with 50 cents. Like with 50 cents. That's how bad. I was like, I can't. I just got to spend it. I got stuff to do. I got this or that. Keep the principle and make up the money that you're short. And then you'll start seeing it grow. It's almost like losing weight, where you have to first believe you can lose weight. If you don't believe that you can lose weight, then you got a big problem. But once you lose that first 10 pounds, you're like, oh, I lost 10 pounds. That whole you'll never lose weight, you'll never save money is gone. And now you are saying, wow, I think I can do this. I can pull this off. Yes, I can. That is it. Thank you so much today for watching. Ruth in the Bag. If you have any questions, please post it. Any comments, post it. We're going to work through all of our issues financially. Tomorrow, I will see you guys for Ruth in Relationships. Thank you for watching Ruth in the Bag. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bye.